Hey man, say man, listen. Let me talk to you. A win is a win is a win is a win. At this point in the season, I do not care how we get them. Just get them. Like I've been telling y'all, when you slumping, you just got to get it out the mud. Just go win by any means necessary. And that's what the Rockets did again tonight on the second night of a back to back. The first time we won a game on the second night of a back to back all season long. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? We pulled it out. I do not care that the Thunder. I said the Thunder. That the Timberwolves was missing Anthony Edwards. I don't care, bro. I do not care because the fact that he was missing put even more pressure on these struggling Rockets to come out here and get a win at home. I don't care, bro. I don't care who we play that's injured. I don't care who's struggling. I don't care. Just get a win right now. Try to build yourself some momentum, and start getting yourself ready for this playoff push after the All-Star break, especially after trade deadline. Trade deadline is in what, 2 weeks? What is it, February 5th? Something like that. So yeah, any win by any way, anyhow, I ain't complaining. With that said, I got some complaints. I had a question. Is it me or is JD Davison the first player off the bench, I guess, moving forward? I mean, his numbers wasn't crazy. This game, he really just did cardio. So, I'm not really sure if that's really the case or not. But hey, it is what it is. Reed Shepherd had a nice game tonight. I'm gonna go through the stats in a little bit, but I like what Reed Shepherd gave this game tonight, man. He kind of been struggling defensively. I ain't gonna say kind of, yeah. He been struggling defensively, but he ain't been stopping that from letting him be an impactful player on the other end on offense, which is his game anyway. He could easily sit there and pout and be like, "Oh, I ain't the first guard off the bench no more. You got JD Davison. I'm gonna just go sit in the corner. I ain't gonna play hard. None of that. He ain't doing that." And kudos to that young man for taking it on the chin and just keeping it pushing, not complaining, pouting, moting. I said moping. None of that. He just sticking to his game. Tonight he hit shots. He didn't have a bunch of assists, but he had some near assists. I mean, nobody was really making shots tonight like that. I know the numbers would disagree, kind of, sort of, but the offense was ugly. A lot of them numbers too they wasn't coming in the half court. I'll say that. What other point? What other point I had? I had another point y'all made me forget. Yes, I'm gonna blame y'all. But yeah, man. We still got, like I said, the same issues offensively. However, I think this game defensively, we kind of cranked up the heat a little bit. No matter what, this is, as an Ime Udoka team, your bread and butter is going to be on defense, man, and how you turn that into offense. Because Udoka not going to help you out on offense in any way, shape, form, or fashion. He is not. He going to tell you to go out there, go find a mismatch, and go figure it out by your damn self. That's what he going to do. That's what the offense is. Or if he gonna draw something up, he gonna draw up something to go get an offensive rebound, man. That's what he do. That's Udoka ball, prison ball, jailbreak pick and roll, man. That's what he do. That's what we run. But yeah, man, another game of Kevin Durant playing 40 minutes. I'm not really liking that trend too much. It's just not healthy for him long term. It's not healthy for us long term, especially because if he goes down, then what are we doing about scoring on the perimeter? What are we doing about advantage creation on the perimeter? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Şengün has stopped shooting threes. That's another complaint that I have. He only took one tonight. He started the season pretty solid from three, to the point where I was like, the boy done updated the scouting report, and now he a 3-point shooter. Well, we gonna downgrade that scouting report right back to being a non-shooter. Too many times he had open threes, he just passed them up. This is going back to his Silas days doing that stuff. But hey, He had a strong game. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna complain about that. He had a strong game. He played his game. He wasn't taking shots that, he wasn't confident in. On one hand, I can't really complain too much about that. So there's give and there's take. I'll take what I can get right now. I'm gonna take whatever get me closer to the win, and that's what we got. So good job, Efren Sengun. Jabari still can't say, man, listen. If Jabari Smith Jr. put a gun to your head and pulled the trigger, you gonna live. That's how bad his shooting is right now. He can't make nothing. He can't make. Matter of fact, he probably the one that shot Trump. That's why he's still alive. I'm surprised he hit him. But anyway, that's probably a tasteless joke. Forgive me if it is, but whatever. Yeah, what's the name? But Jabari, he been competing. He competed really hard on the other end on defense. It wasn't the prettiest thing on offense. He'll get through it. This is his worst shooting slump of his life. He never shot this bad even as a rookie. He's never shot this bad for this long. It's never looked like this. So I believe that he gonna turn the corner and bounce back from that. He didn't even start the season like this. I don't know what the hell happened in December, between December and now, but his shot is just. I don't know if he gave his shot to some Make-A-Wish kids or something and just said, screw it, we're going to go the rest of the season without shooting the ball well. But that's what it's looking like right now. He did hit one big shot in the fourth quarter. It looked good. But kudos to him, too, for kind of staying with it and also not, letting the missing of shots, stop him from competing on defense, too. So good job for Jabari on that. Josh Okogie got another start tonight. It's Josh Okogie. I mean, he's gonna come in. He's gonna play with energy. Whatever he gives you, box score wise, it's cool. It's a bonus. But Okogie isn't in there to do nothing much more than play hard defense and kind of try to space the floor. Even though defenses ain't really guarding him too much like that. He can hit the three, but I don't know. It's Josh Okogie. I can't really take too much from it. I mean, it's just Josh Okogie. He's a replacement level player, really, at this point. It's not bad. He's an NBA player. But if he in your rotation and starting and you call yourself a contender, that's going to be hard to pull off and convince fans of, man. But that's where we at right now with injuries. Amen Thompson, too. He had an okay game. I've said it before about Amen Thompson and his scoring. His scoring doesn't move defenses. His scoring doesn't shift the defense at all because he's only scoring one area. When he hits anything outside of the paint, everybody be surprised and happy and hyped because it doesn't happen that often. I just wish there was another way to use that Udoka would use him. I've talked about the ways. I'm not going to go into it again because I'll be repeating myself over and over. But there's different ways that you can use Amen Thompson to kind of highlight his skill set because he can make plays going downhill, especially with the floor space. But we don't have the floor space, and we don't get him going downhill with the floor space very often. I do like him in the short roll. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I've talked about the different variations of it. I'm all right. But anyway, KD had overall. I complained about the 40 minutes he played, but he was on one. He had 39 points. He only took 18 shots, but he made 6 of 8 from the 3-point line, and he was 11 of 14 from the free throw line. So, ho hum, 39 points on 18 shots. Ho hum. This is Kevin Durant. What else you gonna expect? He did have 5 turnovers though. I'll live with it, man. I'm gonna live with it. It is what it is at this point. I'll take it. Just win. Just win, baby. Just win. He did have 7 assists with the 5 turnovers. Whatever. I guess everybody gonna complain about us not having a point guard, but trade deadline is coming up. I saw some news about so I guess people have called the Rockets about trades or something or potential deals or whatever approaching a trade deadline. And I think the Rockets have called some stuff, called some other teams too, but nothing really that much going on, hard wise as far as like solid deals that you think are gonna get made. There ain't even no rumors like, hey, Rockets in talks to go and get this player, but there is some heat or there's some noise around Tari Eason's name right now. So we'll see what they look like. I don't want to get off of Tari, but It's probably one of them things that we can all see coming. Is what it is. Hopefully it don't happen. Hopefully we just get our ish together as a team. Guys, Udoka adjust the scouting report a little bit and adjust the offense. Get these guys moving a little bit off ball. Okay, maybe pick up somebody who can help facilitate the offense a little bit more. Maybe in the buyout market. I'm not expecting too much from trades, but maybe in the buyout market we could grab some. And then, see what it do from there. But I do agree that point guard is definitely a problem. Lead playmaker is definitely a problem. Turnovers are definitely a problem, especially in the half court. We only turned the ball over 12 times tonight. However, that's kind of not usually the case. We've been turning the ball over way too much this season. And usually I'm all right with turnovers if you're forcing the issue and trying to make something happen. But we're making turnovers, live ball turnovers, just because we're stagnant and don't really know what to do and don't really have an idea of what we want to do. So all turnovers ain't created equal, just like all points ain't created equal. There are certain points that shift a defense, that make a defense, have to switch up how they guard you. Some points you just live with them because this is what it is. And then turnovers is the same thing. Some turnovers, you get them trying to make something happen. So you're trying to make a play. Maybe you put yourself in a position where you probably a block charge. It could go either way, 50-50, and you end up getting a charge, turnover. Or you're trying to, needle the ball into a tight window that otherwise, you're just going to end up with a worse shot. So might as well just try to, make something happen with this tight little pass that you're trying to make. I can live with those kind of turnovers. You're trying to make something happen. What I can't live with is turnovers that are just careless passes, lazy passes, laissez-faire, too cool for school, all of that nonsense. I can't live with those kind of turnovers. So that's it on that front. But nothing really new to talk about as far as the Rockets. They don't look no different, really. It's either they're making shots or they're not at this point, and that's not a good offense. Hope is not a plan, and toughness is not a strategy. Those are the two things Ime Udoka is seemingly trying to run the game on, run a team on. And toughness will work a lot of times, but you still at some point got to have a strategy. You still at some point got to have a plan. And the plan cannot be hope or toughness. It's just not. That's not going to win. That's not going to take you where you need to go with the Kevin Durant era. You got 3 years of Kevin Durant. That's what you got. You got 3 years. We need to get one ring out of Kevin Durant. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking too much. I don't care what needs to happen. All I know is in the next 3 years, well, next 2.5 years now, I need a championship. I need to go to a parade. I need to go to a parade with my nephew and my nieces. I need to go with them specifically. I want to go wave at Kevin Durant after he wins his Finals MVP. I want to tell him good job. I'm gonna talk a little trash to him too, just because KD like talking trash. I'm gonna call him a little string bean. Thank you, string bean, for getting us another championship in Houston. Appreciate you. Now go on about your way. I need me one of them, man. No matter what it takes, no matter what it costs, get us closer to that, and I will be all right, and I will stop complaining. Anyway, a short little post-game video. I ain't got much else to talk about. The game was late, and it took too long because Tillman Fertitta refuses to fix the shot clock situation in Toyota Center. It is what it is. Anyway, it's your man, AK Infinity. Follow me on Twitter /X at AKInfinity_VBS. This is the Rockets Propaganda Channel. Also follow me on the Rockets Round Robin, the H-Town Rundown, and on Twitter /X at AKInfinity_VBS. Don't be a hater your whole life. We out.
Put it in